Ryan here for Silly Reviews. I figured I'd take a break from doing a whole lot of nothing today, mostly just tugging it. And I figured I'd try something that I've been wanting to do. I want to get you guys feedback on this. I have some YouTube channels that I follow where the host, they just go through news articles, breaking news, things on Reddit, stuff like that. And they usually expose me to things that I was unaware of, and for entertainment purposes, it's enjoyable for those personalities to, they entertain me with their take on things. So I just wanted to try it out, see what you guys' feedback is, see if this is at all entertaining. It's probably at least more entertaining than my terrible silly reviews. So I have some tabs opened up here. Let's just go through some of them. I'm going to speak my mind on them. I have some Reddit stuff. I have some national news, some local news, because if you're not from southern Louisiana or you've never been down here, it's a weird place we live, and I live in a weird part of that weird place. And then to end things off, I've got a little something special for you at the very end. What is this? Just change your color scheme. What is it? Computers for what is basic color scheme? Basic, sure. Okay. Anyway, it's probably just my computer's having a hard time keeping up because it doesn't have the best hardware and it's trying to record right now. So anyway, I've got something special at the end of this. I think you're going to... Anybody who watched the show, it's kind of an inside joke, is going to enjoy it. So anyway, I'm on Reddit checking out what happened with basketball, NBA yesterday. Pelicans lost again. Miami Heat fan overcome by emotion after Dwayne Wade gives him one of his shoes. So I'm like, oh, this is going to be cute, right? Like, this is going to put a little smile on my face, whatever. Get you feeling like warm and cuddly on the inside. It's going to be some kid or some retard or some cripple, something like that. And that's not exactly right. And then I was like, wow, wait, Pau Gasol is out in the stands. He's a fan now, and he's wearing a D Wade jersey. But that's not right either.
The win and this fan getting a Wade shoe afterwards. He actually had a great.
So this grown ass man at the Heat game is having a breakdown. Big grown ass man having a breakdown after getting a tennis shoe from an athlete. That's strange to me. Getting a hug. He probably can barely stand up right now. What is going on? Maybe that's just weird to me. Look at this dude. He got a dude's shoe. I know D Wade's been in the league for a long time, one of the best, probably a top 30 or so player, maybe. Probably top 10 shooting guard. That's great. This dude doesn't look a whole lot younger than D Wade. Maybe he is. I don't know. But why is this big guy crying about a shoe? And what does D Wade mean to him? That's what I want to know. Weird stuff. I mean, we just had that whole incident go down with Dwight Howard and the trannies. So, who knows what the rest of the story is. I don't mean to make fun of the guy, but it's just strange to me. So, let's see. This guy, he made a minimalist depiction of his shitty lunch. Leave a comment below and let me know if you think this lunch is shitty. I don't care how much money I'm making, whether I'm broke or I'm doing well for myself. This stuff looks good. I'm going to take a guess at what we have on here. But it looks like we've got nuggets. I'm going to guess that's fish sticks, but I'm hoping that they're mozzarella sticks. Barbecue sauce, and in the little portion cup thing, I mean, that's some kind of sauce. That looks like a good snack, but maybe I just enjoy trash food and other people don't. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about that plate. I'd eat it right now. Next up. I was looking at something that had to do with jailbreak with Apple iPhones. Man, at a point in my life right now where I'm torn because I have an iPhone SE, which I love, but I had gotten a really good deal on a ZTE Axon 7. Both of those phones came out around the same time. Similar specs. Each one of them has different things going for them. And if I could ever jailbreak an iPhone to just get these few extra features that I wish it had, but the iPhone would remain stable, I would be all in. But I kind of mix up double duties. Anyway, let's see. Next up, I thought this was a cool little life hack here. If you're having teeth issues and you don't have the money for the dentist, but maybe you have some rotting teeth, apparently you can take and just cut up. you can just cut up Mentos and jam them in there, and I guess that's gonna cover you on two parts of this, because one, it's gonna fill in the spots where the meth has rotted out your teeth. And it's also going to give you a blast of freshness. Now, how long that lasts, I don't know. But, you figure a stick of Mentos you pick up at the Dollar Tree, maybe cheaper than $1 somewhere. Who knows? So, I think that's pretty good. That's a good money saver right there. Good for the hygiene. Let's see. What was I reading here? Dog waited weeks for owners at home burned in campfire. Yeah, man, dogs are the best, aren't they? Jeez. If you don't agree with that, don't watch my channel. No, you can stay. I'm just kidding. But, man, dogs are the best. Poor puppy. Anyway. All right, now, right here, my kids made a poster for their rap group. And this rap group's name is kind of pissing me off here. Basement Rapers. They're the Basement Rapers. Well, I guess 10 years ago, I should have trademarked my rap group's name, because that's who we are. So I got a little ticked off by this, and I thought this kid was really unoriginal. So anyway, let's go to two national news stories. One, if you've heard about it, got this whole Kevin Hart thing where the social justice snowflakes were offended. They went digging. This is just what they do now. People who want to be offended want to give people a hard time. Kevin Hart, I'm not even a fan of this dude, but I understand his plight, and he kind of at one point seemed like he was standing up for himself. Then he backed off of that. I don't know what the status is now, but it's really annoying that people dug in this dude's Twitter. He's a comic. They went back, I believe it was like 10 years, found him saying something about a dude the way he was eating something. He sucked off the chicken off a chicken wing, and it was gay. Like, brush that shit off, man. This dude's a comic. Plus, he's black. He gets that pass. Like, it's incredible, man. These people will take you down. Like, if you didn't walk the correct way, your gait is too wide, or your gait is too narrow when you're walking or running. Like, if you do too well at something, if you succeed, and they just want to take you down. It's crazy. Anyway, concert stampede in Italy leaves 6 dead and over 50 hurt. I didn't even read this article. I just thought the headline was interesting because I did not know Italians listen to music. I know that sounds strange. Anyway, let's go to local news now. I didn't know which website for the local news to look through. They're all going to deliver disappointing news, man. We have the most negative headlines 24/7. I have an app on my phone for a different news channel or station or publication, whatever they are, and it's just constant negativity. But I guess that's what gets ratings, and I mean, bad things that happen you should know about. But anyway, the first thing I saw on here, St. Bernard Parish facing housing discrimination allegations. St. Bernard Parish is my stomping grounds. Let's see what these housing discrimination allegations are about.
This lawsuit alleges that St. Bernard Parish would not allow 2 group homes for kids with disabilities to operate in Violet and Chalmette. Both locations are zoned in single-family neighborhoods. The documents say the parish's zoning code does not allow group homes to operate in those neighborhoods. The suit also alleges that one councilman responded to the denied requests by saying, quote, "You'd feel the same way about what's infiltrating into your neighborhood."
They have the right to do what they have to do.
Teresa Grafado lives in Violet.
I don't have a problem with it, but in my opinion, I think it could be like a building.
All right, I see what's going on here. So, whoever's getting the funds to operate this group home, if you don't know what a group home is, this seems like it's going to be for some type of disabled children. A group home is basically is going to house. It's going to turn into a residence, temporary, maybe somewhere between temporary and permanent, where they get taken care of. There's somebody who has to look over them, and all this is paid for by the government, grants, fundraising. I don't know because they didn't give us all that information, or at least not yet in this video. So the deal is whoever's receiving these funds and is in charge of taking care of these disabled children, they're trying to put group homes in a normal, not normal meaning not disabled, but normal quote unquote single family homes. So picture this, and I live in that type of neighborhood. If next door to me moves in caretakers and these disabled children, right? So it's one person who's going to look over, and who knows how many. You figure if the houses by me usually have, I guess, 3 and 4 bedrooms. 2, 3, and 4 bedrooms. So, you had a caretaker or 2 that live there. If they don't rotate 3 out, every 8 hours, something like that, and they don't live there, but you start putting all these kids in there, right? And things become destitute or out of hand, or the people who are in charge of the money start getting greedy and start taking in. Now they have 13, 14 people living in these 1,200 square foot houses. It could get out of hand. I've seen it before. I've seen it happen in neighborhoods before. It becomes chaos. The grounds don't get kept up with. It can lead to rats, rodents, noise. It could really turn bad. So I don't blame anybody who doesn't want that moving in, in their normal, quote unquote, residential neighborhood. So that's a story from my stomping ground. Pretty cool. And if you don't agree with me, leave a comment. I can listen to what you have to say about that. I don't mean to sound heartless. Let's see. Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office Sergeant speaks out after being shot. Check it out. This dude, I think he's been on the job close to a decade. He was at a friend's house or his parents' house or something. He goes to get in his car. He said a little dude came up on him with a little gun, and at first he didn't even take the dude seriously. But the robber made him get on his knees. This guy decided he's just going to go ahead and take him. Well, he couldn't get the gun out of the shithead's hands, and he ended up getting shot in the chest. But he's going to make a full recovery. But that's just another day out here when you live in and around New Orleans. What do we have here? Hammond man, 36 wanted in deadly shooting, surrenders to sheriff's office, officials say. Crystal Bell, he would look like. Anyway, yeah. Oh, and if you're going to see all these negative stories, this is stuff that all happens like within a matter of 24 hours around here. If you're not from a place like this, be strange. Let's see. Safety improvements on the causeway. More Catholic priest people getting in trouble for diddling kids. We have a lot of Catholic churches down here, and this is like all day, every day. Cracking down. Well, I don't know if you can call it cracking down because it doesn't seem like these people ever get in any kind of real trouble. But yeah, the priests are diddling the poor kids. In a parish out here, or county, might be what you're used to. This woman just killed her husband, and there's no charges pending. So I'm wondering what happened with that. But I used to live really close to where this happened at, and I think that was yesterday. So that's crazy. You always wonder what's going on inside of people's houses, right? Slideshows. Well, there's some positive stuff. Interesting. Anyway, enough of that. This is just a test run on this new stuff. So here we go, guys. This is kind of an inside joke thing, but if you are familiar with this channel, this will make sense to you. And I don't know if I should go out and seek, some type of money for every time this guy says this, or if I should just seek his friendship. But there's a channel that I really enjoy, and it's called Fresh Out. What is it called? Fresh Out, Life After the Penitentiary. It's got this really big guy here who spent some time in the feds, I believe. And he's doing well for himself now. And on the straight and narrow, has a popular YouTube channel. It seems like he does a lot of popular things. And he, part of his content is bringing on former criminals who talk about what they've been through, and then the changes they've made. And this guy right here, he's a pretty cool cat, and he's telling some really good stories about his time. He spent a long time in jail. He went from being a kid who was a break dancer at the Olympics to getting involved in trying to make that fast money during the beginning of the crack epidemic. And I think he served a long time in jail. But he's telling all his stories and stuff, and I have it on in the background listening to it. And then listen to this.
I want to take off, because you're going to worry, but I'm like, damn. So I'm trying to get shit pumped up out here, and mother thing, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up doing a one-man mission in the kitchen and got bop down the motherfucker.
Hold up. Record screech. What did my dude just say? He took my line. Let's go back. One more time.
You know what I'm saying? So I ended up doing a one-man mission in the kitchen and got bop down the motherfucker.
I bop. And I'm worried, does he say it cooler than me? Like, should I have even showed this to you? But I'm popping tops when I bop. Apparently, he was in jail getting his top popped. Bop. And if you go through and listen to these, he's got 2 more interviews, and he says bop is like a part of his normal vernacular. Like, he's always saying it. So I don't know if he and I, maybe we're destined to be friends. I should reach out to him. So that's it. I'm Ryan for Silly Reviews. I just wanted to try out this kind of news commentary thing. It is a way for me to put out more content, and I would enjoy doing more of it. But what do you guys think? Let me get a little feedback on this. I'm Ryan for Silly Reviews. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.